Conlan, and a right hand there did look as though it may have been low, but the referee not giving anything or not penalising him for it. But he's got so much talent, Michael Conlan. Every move in the book. There again, another low right hand, and Takoucht indicating that it was low, and this time Steve Gray, the referee, does say, come on, keep your punches up. World champion at super bantamweight with the WBO is Angelo Lee. Recently beat Tremaine Williams. Stephen Fulton, who is another one who was tested positive for COVID, he's expected to be the first defence for Angelo Lee. And Michael Conlan maybe will be coming into line for a challenge after that. I know he'd hoped for it this summer, but obviously that's not going to be. And it might be more realistic to start looking towards March, maybe a Paddy's Day challenge.
Well, he certainly started this contest, John, very hungry indeed, and he's put Takoucht under a lot of pressure here, and he's hurt Takoucht, I think, a couple of times to the body. Takoucht, for me, he's feeling the pace already, and that's mainly because of those body shots. But Michael Conlan has started quick.
Head's going in as well.
He's setting out his stall here, Michael Conlan.
Well, he said to me earlier on that it was not going to be he didn't think it was going to be a Washington style performance. And again, this time the referee speaking to babyface Takoucht, who's not quite as baby-faced as he once was as he nears his 35th birthday. And again, he's told off for low blows, Michael Conlan, and been 3 or 4 of them in this opening round, and Takoucht responding with a bit of shoulder and a bit of elbow, which also got the war. Conlan fighting out of the southpaw stance. He is a switch hitter.
Yeah, well, that's the problem you've got against him. You can't settle into a certain style against Michael Conlan because he's boxing as a southpaw now, but in an instant he'll switch back to orthodox, and he's equally as good in both stances. That's what makes him, you know, he's talented and gifted. That was a lovely body shot there, because it looked like that shot was going to the head, and he just changed the trajectory of it and just brought it underneath the elbow of Takoucht.
And that time it did go to the head, that time with the uppercut. For those squeamish, I can tell you that Michael Conlan has been training in the gym in virtual silence, getting ready for this. And he says he likes it. He says, I like hearing the panting, the breathing and the wincing. It excites me.
Well, it doesn't get any easier for Takoucht, does it? I mean, he's been over here twice now. First time against Josh Warrington, and now Michael Conlan.
It was around this stage that Josh Warrington emerged victorious. He absolutely went out there and blitzed Takoucht. Well, that was never going to be Conlan's modus operandi here. He's more of a technical fighter, of course, than Warrington. Warrington, who, given an opportunity, really does produce the blitzkrieg.
Good switch of attack there from Conlan. That's not a bad jab from Takoucht. But Conlan there working the body, then switching the attack with the hooks to the head.
Former European champion Takoucht. As Richie was telling you, a long amateur pedigree before he turned professional. Made his debut as a pro back in 2006. He's been around a long time. And again, Steve Gray, that's the second or third time that he's spoken to Michael Conlan about keeping his punches up. He won't tolerate it indefinitely. Well, Conlan dominating the first 3 minutes. Takoucht doing a little bit better.
Display from him in that second round.
Wants to be a household name, Michael Conlan. Carl Frampton has said that he wants to be seen as Ireland's greatest ever boxer. If he wins that 3rd world title at some stage in the next year or so, well, surely that will be point proven. But Conlan has still got time on his hands, on his side. At the age of 28, he's 5 years Carl Frampton's junior. And now Takoucht being spoken to by Steve Gray. It's a solid right hook from Conlan. Worked away with some impressive body shots. Some have contravened the regulations, but others have been hurtful and legitimate.
What I like about Conlan also, John, he works very well with his jab. He sets everything up behind that shot, measures the gap very well. Working well on the inside here. He takes the odd risk here and there. He lets his hands go.
But there's a right hand low again.
You see, so he's got to watch it now because he'll get a point deducted if this carries on. But works well with his jab, Michael Conlan, sets the attacks up. Oh, a lovely shot there. That left uppercut to, yeah, his corner, just acknowledged that. That was a good punch.
The way he whips the punches in to the body, he's going, you know, you're talking about fine margins, aren't you, between the legitimate and illegal, and he's such a good body puncher that some people say, oh yeah, he throws it deliberately and he softens opponents up by doing that, but in fact you're looking at very small margins. Takoucht working away behind his own right-hand lead. Orthodox, well, orthodox, he is a committed southpaw. He doesn't switch hit in the manner that Conlan does.
Another good attack. You see,
another right hand low.
Was it low?
Richie, yeah, clearly low. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a point taken away here. He's been warned several times. He's going to give him time now. Is it going to be the final word of advice, or is he going to take it away? Well, he's saying he's warned him 3 times. I reckon it's more than that. And Michael Conlan is absolutely flirting with the potential of having a point deducted. One more transgression and surely that's going to happen.
Yeah, just got to watch what he's doing here now, Michael Conlan. I think Takoucht is just struggling with the switch hitting of Conlan and the switch of attack also. See, those are good body shots, John. That wasn't south of the border. That was quality work that was there.
The right hand particularly impressive, and you could see the strength of the legs and the turn. Real bit of genuine feeling between the two men. How about that?
Good Conlan, but yeah, it's serious stuff, isn't it? And
be a little bit of spice in a contest, though. Certainly won't be sad at seeing a little bit of that. A little bit of passion from both sides, and whether it was just something that Takoucht thought that Conlan had said. Looked to me as though it was Takoucht who put the nut on Conlan rather than the other way around. Not the full-fledged Ardennes kiss, but it was certainly the brows touched.
Yeah, clever boxer, Michael Conlan. What he's doing with that jab there, just working the jab to the head, because the attack's coming to the body soon after that. So he's setting up the attack to the body after these jabs to the head. And it's just to keep the opponent occupied and keep his hands high and maybe lift the elbows up a little bit. And then he goes downstairs for the big shots.
Really looking to soften up the Frenchman with those body shots. Charleville-Mézières, that's where he comes from. Beautifully titled place.
A rare mistake there from Conlan, just overreached a little bit and fell short. Oh, big punch down.
It's hurt him, Richie.
Yeah, big shot that was.
Gloves came down then momentarily and looked as though he sagged a little and breathed a little bit more heavily with that left hook. It was the one which really hurt him. There's another big right hand.
Big punches downstairs, but watch just beforehand, John, the odd little jab going in to the head, just to bring the elbows up a little bit, just keeps the opponent occupied. There it is there, but he's just thinking of the body all the time. Oh, big shot again.
Well, he's really starting to unravel Takoucht now. Technically, this has been very good from Conlan. We've seen signs of a little bit of ring rust in some of our fights so far tonight. Not so much so with Michael Conlan, who from the get-go, from word of start, he was right on his game.
Yeah, certainly no ring rust here for Michael Conlan.
Sure, Adam Booth, his trainer, will be very pleased with what Michael Conlan is showing here.
A little bit better from Takoucht as Conlan moved away, just lowered his hands a little bit. Rare mistake again.
Takoucht thought that right hand was low, and there was a little bit of a protest again, but the referee didn't see anything wrong with it this time. Another body shot goes in, and this time it's low. He's giving Takoucht time now. Surely this time he's going to take a point away. Yep, he was left with no alternative. Low punch after repeated warnings. Conlan has it taken away, and if it happens again, well, he's going to be in dangerous territory. Almost unthinkable, surely, that Conlan's going to lose by disqualification, but that Richie Woodall, an Olympic bronze medalist. Well, Conlan having that point deducted, he's in control of the fight, but from a rule point of view, he's treading a fine line now.
Yeah, you just got to watch what he's doing now with the low shot. They're not deliberate, it's just the way he's boxing. He's going for the body, but they're just, some of them are just going too low. So he's just got to watch what he's doing, but he's well winning the contest. I think Takoucht, we've got to give him credit, John. He's a tough cookie. He took some big punches.
That's a nice left hand from Takoucht. Met Conlan on the way in. Conlan hasn't thrown too many body shots so far in this round. There he did go in, though, with the right hand. A shake of the head again from Takoucht. A big game changer in the life of Sofiane Takoucht, very much in the autumn of his career. Well, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Shrug of the shoulders from Conlan. Now, what's the referee? What is Steve Gray going to do about this?
You're going to have to cut out your body shots. You're going to have to cut them out, or else you'll be out of it.
He's walking on thin ice here, John. Is it another point?
Another point deduction. That's two. And being told in no uncertain terms where it landed and where he's supposed to land. One more, and he'll be out.
Well, body work, it's a big part of Michael Conlan's game, but now he has to concentrate on just upstairs and working to the head.
2 points deducted for low blows for Michael Conlan. He does it again. Oh, is he on some sort of self-destruct tonight? Surely not. Most people would have seen it as inconceivable that he was going to lose this fight, but he'd be losing by his own mistakes if he were to get thrown out.
Well, not only that, look how he's dominating the fight, to be quite honest.
We welcome viewers to BT on BT1 who've been enjoying the football tonight. Now enjoy some boxing. Two Irish heroes, Michael Conlan in action here against Sofiane Takoucht, and coming up, Carl Frampton.
Takoucht really feeling the pace now. I think Conlan senses that. I don't think he's doing that, it's just the way he's boxing. They're just straying low, aren't they? But I don't think that's his intention to punch below the belt, no. He's just got to improve his accuracy a little bit more and keep his punches up, so he'll have been told that in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's been dominating the contest.
Well, he's looked so sharp. He's been the superior man in every aspect of it.
There's been he's shaking off any cobwebs in this performance from Conlan. He's boxed really well. Just a couple of those shots have gone low, but I don't think they're deliberate. But maybe now he should concentrate on the head punches, because he's got to watch what he's doing.
Well, he's treading a bit of a fine line here. And his legion of supporters, such a popular fighter on both sides of the Atlantic. People watching this will be thinking, what's going on? Well, he's ahead. He's won every round, apart from the point deductions. So Conlan in control of the fight. Takoucht not doing enough through his own efforts to be winning any of these rounds. But Conlan has got to, well, he's got to not be a naughty boy.
Yeah, I think you're right, John. I think the only rounds that Takoucht has actually got anything from are the rounds that he's got the warnings, that Conlan's got the warnings from. The points have been deducted. He's boxing a little bit better, Takoucht, but again, Conlan's in control of things. That was a good body shot. That was a good left hand to the body there from Conlan.
Takoucht never been a big one-punch knockout artist. Landed a glancing blow with that chopping left hand a few seconds ago, but he's not a big knockout man. And now the warning for Takoucht for the use of the head.
Again, a good attack there from Conlan, using the jab well, measuring the distance before he steps in with that left hand.
Takoucht trying to line up some big shots in those closing seconds, but Conlan seeing them coming and able to slip them.
To catch Conlan coming in, but Conlan's very well balanced. He doesn't overreach, overstretch. So it's difficult for Takoucht at this point to catch Conlan.
Conlan did say that he was hoping for a stoppage victory in this fight. He also said that he's quite enjoyed not being in the sort of the media goldfish bowl that he often has before his contests, because this is, well, for obvious reasons, there's not been the pre-fight publicity that there sometimes is, so there's not been the demand for numerous interviews, both newspaper and televised and radio and internet. He's quite enjoyed just being able to have a low-key build-up.
Well, Takoucht there, he caught Conlan with a low blow, but there was no complaint from Conlan at all. Just got on with it.
Body shot from Takoucht found its way through after Conlan missed with that left over the shoulder.
Yeah, good little shot that was from Takoucht on the inside.
That's a nice body shot. And you saw Takoucht double over with the power and the impact of that. He really felt the weight of that, and it was a legitimate, powerful left hook to the body. And still he's trying to protect the damaged area.
Yeah, he still won't be recovered from that shot, John. Big shot downstairs from Conlan.
Takoucht just looking to survive and spoil, and every second which passes he'll feel a little bit better, but the pain of body shots like that stays with a man. And again, powerful left hands from Conlan.
Just making the mistake there, Takoucht, of holding his feet and gets caught again. He's got to keep moving if he can, the Frenchman. It just makes it a little bit easier for Michael Conlan if he holds his feet. Got to keep on the move.
He'll be relieved to hear a bell to end this round, Takoucht. Mouth still hanging open, and you sense that he's still hurting from those terrific hooks to the body from Conlan. looking for the body section again. Shots in that last round. 10 round of this, and we move into round 8. And Conlan a long way ahead on the judges' cards. Still, though, has to be careful not to throw or to land another illegal blow. He's had, remember, those 2 points deducted earlier in the fight. In rounds 4 and round 5.
At the start of this contest, Michael Conlan was boxing more, he kept switching orthodox to southpaw just to feel his way into the contest and see what the opponent's like. Now it seems like he's just boxing as the southpaw. He knows that's the most effective style, and the style that is probably troubling Takoucht more than anything.
Michael's brother Jamie, renowned fighter in his own right in the not too far distant past, is over here as ever with him, and he'll be watching on somewhere, cheering him on and hoping from his elevated position as one of the main men of the MTK organisation that Michael Conlan is moving closer to a world title shot.
But I think it's a good contest to come back to, John, isn't it? Takoucht is a tough cookie. He's took some big shots and he's still in there. But Michael Conlan hasn't done hardly anything wrong tonight, apart from those body shots that went a little bit low. Far from that, it's been really dominant, and he's got valuable rounds under his belt. He knows that the bigger prize is in the future of a world title fight, but he's being very professional here in getting this job done. He's dismantling this guy.
He's trying to find...
Up to now, it's a good performance.
Trying to find a big shot to the body again, Conlan. He knows that that's where the damage has been. At the same time as throwing that, he's got to be just so careful it doesn't go low. Takoucht putting in a big effort in this round. He's rallied a bit. Fair play after being clearly incapacitated by those body shots in the last round. And again, good work off the ropes by the Frenchman. Two rounds to go. Nice right hand from Takoucht. You heard the reaction from his corner. Abadillah Halab, his trainer, happy with what his man's produced in the last few minutes. Big effort from the Frenchman. Conlan perhaps just taking his foot off the gas a little in that last round. Or maybe that's selling Takoucht a little bit short.
No, Takoucht had a good round, didn't he? Fair play to him. He's a tough kid. He took a lot of shots. He's come through, and he put in a good round that last round.
Conlan backing onto the ropes, and Takoucht, oh, sweet footwork from Conlan, getting away out of trouble there just when Takoucht was looking to apply some real pressure. Away was Conlan.
Yeah, sign of a good boxer, isn't it? He sensed the danger there and just slipped to the side and turned his opponent. But again, a little bit better from Takoucht.
Conlan, for the most part, content to jab away in the direction of the head here. There's a nice body shot from Takoucht.
That's what you can't afford to do, though, John. There was a shot there from Takoucht. He went to the body, but he went a little bit too slow. And that just allowed Conlan the time then just to respond and catch Takoucht as he was coming in. You can't overreach against Conlan. You can't make those type of fundamental mistakes.
This fight being made, well, ostensibly at featherweight, but Conlan said that he can easily make super bantamweight, therefore the decision to move down and challenge at that particular division. Takoucht told for dragging his man down. A couple of body shots again from the Frenchman.
Well, both are looking for the body shots now, aren't they? Takoucht himself, he's trying to land on the inside.
Maybe he feels that Conlan is just running out of steam a little bit. I'm not so sure that's the case.
I think Takoucht's mouthpiece has come out, hasn't it?
Involuntarily. So, as the regulations suggest, back into the corner to be cleaned up. And then the corner man returning the gum shield into the mouth of the fighter, and the action resumes. How impressed have you been with Michael Conlan overall so far, Richie?
I think it's been a good display against a pretty tough opponent. I think it's...
You might have thought, after a little bit of what had gone on before, a little bit reluctantly, but not the case. Time-honoured convention of the glove touch observed, and we're into the last 3 minutes. I wonder if Conlan has accepted the fact that he's not going to get this guy away inside the distance, and is just content now to box his way to an emphatic points victory. It's a good body shot though, solid left hand. How impressed have you been with some of those hooks, the legal ones, particularly the left hook, Richie?
Yeah, very good. And you know, he's very good at switching the attack and going through the gears, just like he did there, right on cue. Michael Conlan, he recognises the situation he's in when he's caught his opponent with a good punch. You know, he ups it, goes through the gears, he maintains the gap very well. Got caught with a shot there, that wasn't bad from Takoucht. But generally, I like his jab. John, you know me, I like boxers that jab a lot, and he sets everything up behind that punch. You know, and he's just seeing this one out now, but overall, yeah, I've been very impressed with his work tonight. He hasn't looked rusty at all to me.
There's a good left hook from Takoucht, but Conlan takes it. And Takoucht can't sustain the attack, so Conlan back onto the front foot, which is where he'd rather be. Oh, left hand from Conlan. Looked as though it landed on the belt. He'd love to have a world title fight. And oh, good shot, left hand. And now he's in trouble, Takoucht. The gloves came low, and he punishes him more than once. And now Takoucht is looking to hold on and survive, and he can't. It's all over in this last round. Referee Steve Gray waves it over. The gloves finally came down after the body shots, and Michael Conlan, well, he said he was looking for a stoppage victory here, one inside the distance, and it smiles all round in the corner, and it was the left hook that finished it.
Yeah, tremendous stuff, and we just spoke earlier about the situations that he's in when he hits his opponent with a good shot. He recognises it, he goes through the gears, and that's exactly what he did here, right on cue.